Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to your twin flame reading. Let's see what the channeled message is for you from your twin flame. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my page or my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to be here with you to provide some insight into your twin flame connection. Okay. Messages from your twin flame. We'll take this one. Please be advised that there are several imposter accounts out there that are pretending to be me. So if they're following you or emailing you or asking you for a reading or reaching out to you in any way, please know that that's not me. Please immediately block them and report their account because they are scammers. So please be safe. Please report them to keep our community safe. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Channeled message from your twin flame. Message from your twin flame. Okay, so the first card we have is flow. And you're seeing it backwards because I'm recording from my laptop. So my apologies. Modify. Interesting. And then we have hidden blessings. I should put on my glasses. Okay, so this is the message for you. I'm basically going with the flow of what's happening in our connection. Because if I'm not seeing any communication from you, then it's like I don't know whether to reach out to you. So I'm kind of just going with the flow because when I feel these feelings I have for you, or when I get these messages from the universe or reminders of you, I want to reach out. I want to connect with you. I want to send you a message. I want to let you know that I'm here, that I'm alive. But again, I'm going with the flow of what I'm getting from you. So I also want to say that in the past, when you've reached out to me, the flow maybe then was like, I was afraid. I was afraid of these feelings. So I was going against the flow. I was going against the flow of love. So I want to go with the flow because I feel like in terms of love, I've been very stuck and I want to move forward. I want to go with the flow. I want to go with how you and I feel for each other. So if there are obstacles, it's difficult for me to go with that flow to move forward. It's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to be with you. It's not that I don't love you. It's just that I have been maybe too focused on what is blocking us from being together. So it may have been your situation. It may be my situation. And that's why I'm unable to really go with the flow. But my heart is there. My actions or even my words may not reflect the fact that I want to go with the flow. I want to move forward. My actions, my words may reflect that I'm blocking the flow. So I am trying to modify how I have been in the past. And even though it may seem that I'm not doing anything different, the way that I'm looking at our connection has definitely changed. The way I see you has definitely changed. The way I see myself and how I was interacting in this connection has changed. And so I know that it isn't easy for you because you're also maybe hesitant in like, how do we move forward, or what do I do? But I am trying to change what I need to change within me. And what I have found in this difficult period of not being able to be with you or connect with you or communicate has been so challenging, but at the same time, I was able to reflect on myself and see where I was running away from love. I was able to see where both of us were running away from something. So even though it may seem like I don't love you, please know that that's not the case. Please believe in the signs in the universe that you're seeing, because there is a reason. Part of it are messages from me that I'm just not able to say to you in person. So please know that my love for you hasn't changed. I have maybe had to go through some healing of my own emotions, of my own triggers. But please know that as I'm healing through this, I'm able to see the truth that you have loved me, and I was just unable to see that. So I hope you will be patient in navigating this difficult time of separation or miscommunication or misunderstanding, and just to know that we will get through any challenge that we face, because the only thing that's important is love. And that is your message. I always say that. So yeah, I just really, I'm always surprised. Well, not surprised, but I never know, because I'm like channeling. But I really find it that no matter what's happening, your twin flame is always wanting to reassure you. As much as you're wanting to know what the heck is happening or how your twin flame feels, the energy from your twin flame is like, if they could reassure you every day that they love you, that's what they want. They want to reassure you. They just can't tell you right now. They just can't tell you in person. For whatever reason, it may even be on their end that they need to feel comfortable and safe enough to say these words to you that they may not feel completely safe yet saying to you, but it is in their heart and is what they want to always let you know. So that is amazing. That is beautiful. So let's continue on with where you're at. And before we begin with that, I wanted to say a shout out to someone who's very special to me that apparently watches all these videos. So I just wanted to say a shout out to Kino, because I know that you watch all the time. So I really want to thank you, and I want to thank you for subscribing. And so I just wanted to make sure that I said hello to you. Okay, so let's see where you are at on the twin flame journey. What's going on? Okay. We have Judgment. We have Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Hanged Man. So I want to say it's very natural to question where you are when it comes to your twin flame. It's very natural to even be in this state of judgment. I posted something on my Instagram regarding judgment. And I think there was a sentence that when we let go of judgment, then unconditional love reigns. When we are in judgment of what our twin flame is doing, there's no unconditional love. So what happens? The flow of energy, the flow of love stops. Because the moment we're in judgment, like you might be calling your twin flame out saying, you're a runner, you're this, you're afraid, you're a coward, you're not doing the right thing, you're taking too long, you're being selfish. Whenever we're in judgment of our twin flame, and this is natural because we're human, but when we are in judgment of what they're doing, we block the flow of love, and then that just blocks access to one another. That just blocks. I thought I just saw something fall from the ceiling. I'm like, what was that? Just distracted me. There's that block to access one another. There's a block to accessing feeling union and unity within. So it's natural, but this is why there is a block to your inner union, because when we're in judgment of anything, it's really a reflection of the judgment we carry towards ourselves. The reason why we judge is because we're not able to not judge ourselves. Because really that's what we're doing. When we're judging our twin flame, we're really unable to not judge ourselves for the way we're living our lives or the way we're showing up, but we don't want to do that. So, but it's easier to judge others. We don't want to outwardly just judge ourselves, because then we just feel bad about ourselves. So we don't want to do that. But it's so easy to judge others and what they're doing and what they're not doing and their mistakes and their faults. But judging, like seeing other people and what they do, is really just, they're reflecting us. It's easy to judge, and I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. It's just when we judge, it's a block to unconditional love. So you may be judging your twin flame, and you may be judging your connection, causing you to doubt, causing you to give up, causing you to want to just put this whole journey behind you and just start over with someone new. It's very natural to feel that. But what I'm seeing with the Knight of Pentacles is like there's still a part of you that's waiting for them to make that grand gesture. Like, if you're familiar with the movie The Notebook, where Allie, right before she gets married, she goes and sees Noah. After all this time, after all these years of no communication, she just goes and shows up at his doorstep. There's a part of you that's waiting for this grand gesture. Now, all I want to do is say, yes, I want that for you. However, when we're waiting for something, it's less likely to happen. I don't even know how that's, because I don't want to hear that answer, but I'm just channeling this. Because when we're waiting, it's like, well, I'm just going to wait for them to reach out. But the universe is like, if you're in this waiting energy, vibration, you're just going to create more waiting. So we have to do something. We either have to stop waiting for this grand gesture, for our twin flame to show up on our doorstep and knock on the door and proclaim their love, or you can take action that will just make you not wait. Or I want to say, like, just feel better. So it's like, okay, maybe you're meant to reach out. And maybe you're like, well, I have reached out and they just never responded. They never replied. Okay, I get that. So maybe if it's not actually reaching out or sending communication, maybe it's just taking action to write a letter. And maybe you don't send the letter. Maybe you just hold on to it, but you tell them how you feel. You tell them where you're at, because right now maybe you can't communicate all of that. So you write it in a letter. And if you're upset, if you're full of love, if you're full of regret, if you're full of anger, at least it's taking action. So you're not, it helps to relieve that waiting for them to make this grand gesture. It'll take you out of that vibration. You're doing something. It could even just be going for a walk. If you're like in this energy of like, oh my God, I'm waiting, I'm looking at my phone, I'm waiting for them to reply or respond, and they're not, then you can take action and go for a walk. Clear your mind, clear the air, clear your vibration. Do something that is just for you. Go for a massage. Go for, something that you enjoy, just so that you're doing something to kind of like not be in this waiting. Because so this is your twin flame. So it could be that your twin flame is on their way to you, wanting to offer you everything that you want. But what is stopping is something on your end. So when we change that, then it opens the floodgates. It opens the doors for your twin flame to come in. Because right now you're feeling like it's at a standstill. You're feeling like still frustrated that nothing is really happening and you're ready to just give up. You're still on the fence, but there's nothing that you see that is happening. So I want to say, you're still on the fence. You're wanting your twin flame, but you don't. You're waiting for your twin flame, but you don't want to. Very understandable. Everything you're experiencing is natural, is a natural part of the twin flame journey. That's why it's a journey. Because as much as twin flames are meant to be in union, it never happens overnight. Usually twin flames meet, then there's something that causes them to go into separation, and the journey is the journey home. So your twin flame may be very well on their way, like ready, but there's something on your end. Is it judgment? Are you holding them in judgment? Are you judging them? Are you judging the connection? Have you not fully really accepted it? Are you like, well, there are so many things that are going against us being together? The minute you think that, you're focused on it. So let's rewind and not focus on that. I just bring it up so that we have awareness and we can change our thoughts. Because this pause, or this, like being stuck, is meant that there's more information needed. I always like to say, when we're hanging upside down, all the blood rushes to our head, to our brain, giving our brain more oxygen so we can have clarity. We can think more clearly. We can have enlightenment, wisdom. So this time that you're in separation is because there's still more information needed. And it may take time to gather this information. This information could be about yourself. It could be about your life. It could be what is needed in your life. It could be about your twin flame, and all of the same reasons. So in this pause, it's always to your best interest, to our best interest, to just be at one with it, to just accept it. And we don't have to like it, but if we can accept that separation is meant for more information to come. The universe is dying to give you more information. We just have to be open to it. But if we're going to be upset and angry about the situation, if we're going to sit in judgment of our twin flame, we're blocking ourselves from that access of divine wisdom, of the clarity that we need. It's just needing more information. So that's where you're at, and it may have been feeling really heavy lately. It may have been feeling very confronting, but I feel like these energies were necessary to bring up this information that you maybe weren't aware of. So the upset, the being confronted, the feeling triggered were really important gifts to obtain or extract the missing information that we don't have, that we didn't have access to before, that our twin flame connection gives us access to. It gives us access to inform us how to be more open to love, how to be more accepting of this crazy journey. So where you're at is very, very natural. And did I forget to mention that we're going to go through everything, and I'm going to provide an extended reading, and the link will be below if you want to continue further. Okay, so that's where you are at. Let us see where your twin flame is at. Where's your twin flame at on the journey? Where's your twin flame at on the journey? In case you're wondering what card deck this is the Friends from the TV show Friends. And I purchased it, did I get it online? Or I think I got it at the actual store, Indigo. I'm pretty sure they have it online. So if you're interested, I think that it's still available. I haven't seen it lately, but this is the Friends tarot deck. Where's your twin flame at? Where's your twin flame at on the journey? So this one popped out, the Hermit. It's kind of like the same thing, like being in solitude. 10 of Pentacles. Where are they at? Seven of Swords. Okay. So, the Hermit. Your twin flame is looking for answers. They're looking for answers as to why your connection didn't work out. Or they're looking for answers as to why they feel the way they do with you and with no one else. So they may be getting feedback from people, friends, professionals even. They may be searching online. Maybe they've come across twin flames, but they're looking for answers. And I want to say that from the rest of the cards, like they're going deep within because they're interested in finding out what within them contributed to what happened in your connection. So I want to say, like, they are going through some self-reflection. I want to say with the Seven of Swords, they're not really happy with what they're finding. Because if there's anything that was like being hidden within them, like they don't want to look at, it's coming up to their consciousness. So if they behaved in a way that they weren't proud of, maybe at that time they didn't realize it, but now they see it. Now they're seeing it. What they couldn't see before, they're seeing it. If they did something harmful, they're seeing it now, and they want to look for, or they're realizing why it happened. So a lot of self-reflection, and maybe it's not even on purpose, it may be, but I'm getting it's more like these random thoughts will just come out of nowhere that have to do with you. They're collecting leaves out there, so if you can hear that, I'm trying to stay focused here. If there was any kind of shadiness in how they were being, it's being shown to them. If you know the there's a movie that I saw with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds that I really enjoyed. And if you enjoy musicals, then you're gonna love this movie. I was very entertained. It's called Spirited, and it's based on the story of like the Scrooge. What is that movie called? I can't remember right now, but if you're familiar with the story, it's like the ghost of Christmas past takes you through and shows you all of this that may have happened or may happen to get Scrooge to realize his ways. So that's what the message came, is that's what's happening with your twin flame. It may be happening with you as well. Like you have these random thoughts that you haven't thought about in years, but it's the universe trying to show you, do you remember when this happened? This led to this outcome, and that's why this happened, kind of thing. It's like these random thoughts that your twin flame is having to help them see why things had to happen in your connection, or why they left, or why you left, or why they ran, or why you ran. Whatever the case is, they're being shown. Anything that they couldn't see before is what I'm getting with the Seven of Swords. Anything that they were even maybe unconsciously hiding out from, that they couldn't face, it's all coming up to them now. So that may be why you're still in separation, because they have to process all of this, just like we have to process that too. When we get this new information that, they're looking for, it's like, oh my gosh, I behaved this way, I did this, I said this, I did this action because of this. They're now processing. And so what it's all leading to is peace, harmony, and everything that they want to achieve. With the 10 of Pentacles, this is like success. Because not only is what was hidden stopping them from being with you, but it's also blocking them from achieving the success that they want in their lives. They may already be very successful in some areas. They may be very okay, maybe not successful or happy, but they're wanting that, and they're seeing how everything's connected, which is also they're seeing why they're not with you, or why they don't have the love of their life beside them, which is you. So I want to say that they're needing to take this time to process, because it's not like it's this aha moment and then they're ready and they're going to knock on your door. I mean, I personally want to say, like, yeah, that's possible. Well, anything is possible, but it takes time for, after these realizations, for them to practice what they learned in the lesson. And this is like general for all of us. Whatever insights we've gained, whatever wisdom we've gained, it's one thing to know it, but it's something else to actually practice it every day. And for all of us, including our twin flame, that does take time. So even if they're aware of it, even if they know the answers, it takes time to put it into practice so that they can come forward, so that both of you can come forward. You may be waiting for them, but they also need to put into practice what they learned so that you both can take that step towards union. So it's not like they're not doing anything. It's not like just because you don't hear from them that nothing's going on their end. It's usually when it's the quietest, like not a peep, not anything from your twin flame, that's when the most transformation is happening. So not to worry, because even when you think about it for yourself, when you're not wanting to connect with your twin flame or reach out, it's because you're going through something. It may be even like something, you may be going through like some turmoil or something difficult or challenges or something traumatic. See, there are so many factors as to why twin flames aren't actually connecting yet, but you're always connecting. You are both literally now in union. It's just, it hasn't happened yet in the physical realm. Everything happens first in thought and feeling, and then it manifests in the 3D. So it's very important to keep that in mind, because we almost all must stay and remain consistent in the positive thoughts that support union and everything that you want. So it's looking really good. I'm getting almost every week, the energies are supportive for union, no matter what you think. Even despite the challenging days where you just want to give up and you just want to be done with this. And I just want to say, when you're conscious to the twin flame journey, it's hard to unknow that. It's hard to, it's because it literally awakens us in every sense of you know, of the word and of who we are. So to forget about the twin flame journey is like you just literally have to be not awakened. You have to like go back to sleep and, you know, just not be self-aware or even spiritual. The twin flame journey is a spiritual journey of growth and mostly of unconditional love. So we're all getting there. We're just in this process of learning, gathering information, and learning to apply it in our everyday lives through unconditional love. If we don't know the how, just follow the rule. Well, it's not even a rule. It's not even a law. It is unconditional love. It's what all the ascended masters have ever taught. Their message has always been unconditional love. So if you follow that to the best of your ability, you will come into union. I wanted to give this whole like, you will. Because being in unconditional love aligns you to who you truly are, which will of course attract you to your twin flame. So it's all good, even though it may not look like anything's happening. It's okay. As I said, when it seems like it's the most bleak and you're like, I just want to give this up, that's when the most transformation is happening. I love it. Okay, so what's next? Let's see where your inner child is at. How is your inner child blocking your connection? How's your inner child blocking the connection? How's your inner child blocking the connection? I'll just take one more. So the first one says, I feel doubtful. So right now, your thoughts are pretty much doubtful. And it stems from a pattern from when you were a child. Because when you were a child, whenever you felt unloved, whenever you felt neglected or abandoned or rejected, you began to doubt that you were lovable. You began to doubt that you could really have the love that you really wanted and needed. Now, this is not to place blame. Our parents do the best that they can to love us. They love us in the ways that they learned how to love when they were children. So it's really what we learn as children. When we don't get something and it happens consistently, we adopt a belief that, well, I don't think I'm ever going to be loved the way I want to be loved. So this pattern is playing out in your twin flame connection. Once we release that belief, we can interrupt the pattern so that you do believe that you can be loved in the way that you want to be loved. So your inner child is just repeating this pattern of doubt. I feel guilty. So as a child, I just lost my thought. Because I felt this emotion of like great sadness, and I felt it, and it just threw me off my thought about guilt. So as a child, you carried guilt for your mistakes. And we all make mistakes because we're all human. But if we haven't forgiven ourselves, because maybe we thought other people haven't forgiven us, or we just carry this shame for not doing the right thing. We carry guilt for making a mistake. We carry guilt for hurting someone, whether it was accidental or it was intentional. We carry this guilt from childhood. And especially if we were punished for those mistakes. When we're punished, we take it on and we never heal from that guilt. Because once we're punished, that means we were wrong, we were bad. So the inner child, your inner child is still carrying this unhealed guilt. And that guilt, if it's not released, if we haven't healed from it, if we haven't forgiven ourselves, it will get projected onto your twin flame connection, causing either you to feel more guilt or your twin flame to cause themselves to feel guilt when it comes to you and your connection. So guilt is being created because of a pattern of the guilt that you felt as a child, that you haven't let go of, or that you haven't come to terms with. I need to be alone right now. So, yeah, and it's really like this Hermit card. The Hermit is also a card of solitude, being alone. So you may be perceiving your twin flame as needing to be alone. Because it's a pattern of how you felt rejected when you were a child. If say a loved one wanted to be away from you, or they needed to be alone, that was hurtful because you felt like you were being rejected. And that's what you're feeling with your twin flame, like, oh, well, they don't want to be around me, or they don't want to be with me. It's your abandonment wounds and feelings of rejection that are being triggered. So because as a child you felt these emotions and you haven't let them go yet. So that's why whenever your twin flame says that they need to be alone or they need to be away from you, it triggers you to that pain of rejection and abandonment. So again, this is very natural. And if we can think of, our childhood, there may have been things that were traumatic, but we can let them go. We can learn how to heal. We can learn how to forgive. And then it interrupts that pattern so that it doesn't keep happening in our twin flame connection, and it doesn't keep happening in our everyday life. Because if you're not in connection, or if you're not together with your twin flame, these patterns play out in your other connections, whether it be with another loved one, a family member, a friend, a best friend, a colleague, a business partner, a coworker, a boss, a neighbor, whoever it is, a sibling, whoever it is. If this pattern's not being played out in your twin flame connection, it's playing out in another connection. And the reason why it does that is to show us where the pattern is. When we recognize the pattern, we automatically regain our power back, because we can do something about it. We can stop the pattern. So that's where your inner child is at. So all of these things are very manageable. We can do things to get what we want. Okay, what is next? Guidance? Guidance is next. Guidance for you. Okay, I'm going to keep using this deck. Guidance. And again, so in the extended, we're going to go over, we're going to go more in depth. We're going to go into guidance and what you can do for yourself on how to really cope with the twin flame connection. More answers to your questions in the extended. So what's the guidance? We have 5 of Wands. We have 5 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Wands. Let me just put my glasses on. So the guidance here is that there's a part of you that is seeing your twin flame as the opposition. And as much as you love your twin flame, your vibe is opposition. See how there's 2 teams? Or it's like there's the right team and the wrong team. And right now, the universe is showing you that you want to be on the right team, and you're putting your twin flame on the wrong team. Like, you're doing everything right, but they're doing everything wrong. The universe is saying that there is no right or wrong, and essentially there is no good or bad. It's the situation, the meaning we give it, and the lesson to be learned from it. So when you're creating opposition, you're immediately creating a block. So to eliminate that block, you must eliminate putting them in a separate camp. I was listening to something on Gaia today, and it was this idea of, even as, like, especially when you're upset at your twin flame, like, be their defense attorney. If you had to defend your twin flame in court, how would you defend them? What would you say about them? If they were being sentenced for something, how would you defend them? So the universe is saying, be their defense lawyer and not their prosecutor. Because when you're putting them in this right or wrong, when you're putting them in the wrong category, it's the total opposite of unity and harmony. And, you know, some of us don't even realize we're doing it because we're so hurt of not being with our twin flame. We want to make something wrong. We want to blame someone or something for why we feel this way. Understandable. But the universe is saying, by making your twin flame wrong, by judging them, is just creating a thicker wall between you. So the universe is saying, be their defense attorney. Focus and concentrate on defending them. Even defending their honor, I heard. Defend their honor. Defend their honor from you. So there's part of you that wants to prosecute them, but then focus on the side of defending them. Because what that does is it brings union. And I feel like every week the universe is reminding us that union is not only possible, but it is what's meant to be. But guess what is getting in the way? We are. We are so powerful that our projections are creating blocks. Our filters, our beliefs. Our twin flame connection is a reflection of all our past experiences, because that's what we learned from. We learned from how we related to love as children. Especially in the first 7 years, we are so impressionable that we absorb everything. We absorb experiences on what love is and isn't, and then it gets carried throughout our lives, and it becomes like programs, because our beliefs are literally what is programming us. So the universe is saying, remember that union is not only possible, but that it is meant to be, and it is inevitable. It may just be a matter of time. And I want to say, whether it's this lifetime or the next lifetime, and I know that people are not going to like that, but just think of, we go through stages in our lives. Each one is a different lifetime. Who you were as a teenager is very different from who you are and what your life was in your 20s. So those are two separate lifetimes. So me being 53, I've had so many lifetimes since I was a child. And I'm completely different than who I was in my 40s, which was a lifetime, in my 30s, which was another lifetime. Completely different in each of those decades, as you are. So if not in this lifetime, it's in the next phase of your life. It could be in your 30s, it could be in your 40s, it could be in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 100s. It could be in the next lifetime. So that's what it is. It's inevitable. Union is inevitable. We just have to choose it, take action, whatever action that is. Now, it doesn't mean you're just going to go run to your twin flame and bang down their door and shake them and say, we have to be in union. It's time. It's the next lifetime. I'm not saying that, but take action that you can do on your part, even if that's just going for a walk, to clear your mind, to reset your emotions, to come out of putting them in the wrong camp, like the wrong team. You're on the same team. You really are. And sometimes we don't realize that we're putting them on the other team. We're putting them on the opposing team. So be their defense lawyer. That's what I'm hearing. Defend their honor. Because you're meant for this. I love it. I just got goosebumps. Okay. So what is next? What is next? What is next? We just did guidance. What is coming up for you? I'm going to use this deck because I'm just curious using this one. So if this is resonating, feel free to click below for the extended, or you can go ahead and book your personal twin flame reading with me. I will still extend the $40 off that ended, was it yesterday or the day before? But because you watched this until the end, I will extend it for today's reading. What's coming up for you in your twin flame? And I will try to get as specific as I can. Because I like specifics, but then I feel like these are just also... Do they apply to you? Are they specific enough for you? I love your feedback, by the way, guys. Like, your positive support and your feedback about the readings, they just mean so much to me. They really, like, make my day. What's happening? We have the Deception card. We have the Loss card. We have Teacher. We have the Sacred Temple. We have the great gratitude. We have creative endeavor. We have hidden motivations. Okay. So what's coming up for you? I want to say secrets are going to be revealed. But in a way that I'm hearing like everyone is protected. So however that applies to you, secrets will be revealed. But not to be, not to feel alarmed by it. Because it's in your favor. Okay? So you're going to find out about something and it will be in your favor. And I want to say it's in favor of union. The universe is assisting whoever needs help in letting go of something. And letting go could be even like unsupportive beliefs. It could be letting go of an addiction. It could be letting go of fear. It could be letting go of a karmic bond. Like the universe is really stepping in. Because what I'm seeing here, like this is a union card. This energy is almost like the Empress card. And that Empress card is a card of abundance and blessings and nurturing and love and harmony. So to me, this is definitely union. So the universe is stepping in to help us detach from whatever isn't working to bring us closer to union. So this secret could be that finding out that your twin flame has been writing letters to you every day. He just, I don't mean to say he, it could be he, she, or they. Your twin flame could have been writing letters to you every day. They just never sent them. That could be the secret, because it's a secret that is in favor of your union. So their hidden motivations are coming to the surface. Your hidden motivations are coming to the surface. Whatever those hidden motivations are, they could be awesome motivations. They could be hidden motivations that are harmful to you or to your connection. So these motivations, you're going to realize, oh my God, I was motivated to make my twin flame wrong. And I just get that. I see that. So again, like a secret revealed. This could be your own secret of you realizing yourself, what you've been hiding from yourself. Because especially now, you and your twin flame are the wisest teachers to one another to help you overcome what you cannot see within yourself. And they don't even have to be consciously aware of it. It's the dynamic of your connection that causes them to be the one for you to learn this lesson that you were unable to see because it was kept hidden. It was kept a secret that you locked away, that you didn't want to ever deal with. I love this card because when I see this card, to me, it symbolizes optimum health, but not just physically, but on every level. So mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So I love this energy because it really is going to help you move forward in all areas of life. I'm really getting with this energy like the universe is really giving us extra support, not only to bring us into union, but to help us with whatever we want in our lives. Really supported, like we're all feeling like supported. And for many of us, maybe that wasn't ever a feeling that we ever had, that the universe supports us, or we never really truly felt supported in this connection or in life. But I'm really getting like the universe keeps showing me this, like the universe is lifting you, carrying you, supporting you, that it's not just you and it's not heavy. I love that. I love that energy. I love that vibe. This is another union card to me because it's about sharing activities that you love with your twin flame. So, a way to even open up the pathway to union is to do these activities already that you enjoy now. Maybe you're taking up new hobbies, new interests, you're trying out new things. Maybe you're trying something that your twin flame enjoys doing, and vice versa. Maybe they've stumbled on a book or a hobby that you like, that they're interested in or wanting to gain more interest in. So it's another way that you connect with one another while in separation. Like trying their favorite food, or listening to the music that they enjoy, kind of thing, whatever it is. So I really see this as you connecting to your twin flame in a deeper way, because a lot of things are going to be revealed and a lot of things are going to feel less heavy because the universe is lifting you, is carrying you. Okay, let's make sure we're still recording. Okay, so that's what I have for you. This looks amazing. Let's tap into this energy because it's available to all of us. And we can do that by keeping our thoughts in alignment. Because if it's union that you want, then it's there. It's yours. It may take time. Again, it could be in this lifetime. It could be in your next lifetime. Again, that could mean next year. That could be next month. Time is irrelevant, really. So it is there for you, and you're both still on track. So I want to just delve deeper. Let's see what else we can see, what's going on currently in your connection. So if you're interested, please click the link below for the extended reading. And if you just want to go straight ahead to book a personal reading with me, please do message me either through email or DM me on Instagram, and I would be so honored. Yeah, so that's what I have for you. I'm really excited. I mean, it is slow and steady wins the race. That's what I'm hearing. But you're both still on track. It's both, like what I'm seeing, it's inevitable. We just have to believe that it's possible. So that is amazing. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, I think that's it. So please join me for the extended. And if I don't, I want to thank you so very much for being here, for supporting my work, for the amazing comments, for liking, for subscribing, for following me on Instagram. I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for you. And by you being here, it makes it even more enjoyable for me to be able to share the work that I do with all of you. So I want to thank you all so very much. I love every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you. And so in saying that, until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.